So, welcome to Digital Electronics and Computer Organization video lectures. In the first video, we covered number systems and number conversions. In the second video, we covered Boolean functions and complement representations. In the third video, we covered binary codes and signed number representations. So, in this video, we are going to cover Boolean algebra and logic gates. Let us start with Boolean algebra. So, in this module, we are going to cover Boolean algebra and logic gates. So, coming to the first one, that is Boolean algebra. You know what is algebra? In the mathematics you had seen, we covered what is an algebra. So, here Boolean algebra in the digital electronics, Boolean algebra, it is, so Boolean algebra is a branch. It is a branch of mathematics that deals with operations on logical values with binary variables. So, Boolean algebra in digital electronics, Boolean algebra, it is a branch of mathematics that deals with operations on logical values and binary variables. Means in simple words we can say the Boolean algebra, it is a set of elements. So, what is meant by set of elements? So, set of elements. So, set of elements in the sense it is a collection of objects. Set of elements means collection of objects usually having a common property like this. A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. That indicates A is a variable and that variable, this A variable comprising of the elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, set of elements in the sense it is a collection of objects, right. Next one is the set of operators. Set of operators. So, set of elements we had seen collection of objects. So, coming to the set of operators, so binary operator. So, this is the binary set of operators in the sense it is a binary operator only, right. So, binary operator, a binary operator that defines a set of elements that and also it assigns to each pair of elements from pair of elements from S a unique element from a unique element from S. Right. So, binary operator that defines, what it defines? It defines on a set of elements. Binary operator, it will define on set of elements. So, what is meant by set of elements? It is collection of objects. So, what is binary operator? We are defining on set of elements. Right. And the next one is the common postulates. Postulates in the Boolean algebra, you will be having a postulates. The most important postulates that formulate to various algebraic structures are commutative law, associative law and distributive law. So, in the mathematics, you know what is commutative law, what is the associative law and what is distributive law. So, here in Boolean algebra also we will be having the three types of laws. One is commutative law, the other one is associative law and the third one is the distributive law. So, this all represents the Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra, it is comprising of set of elements, binary operators and postulates, right. So, you will be having some theorems and also properties in the Boolean algebra, right. So, this is the first thing, x plus 0. X plus 0, what is x? X represents a literal, x represents literal. What is meant by literal again? Literal represents a primed or unprimed. Primed or unprimed in the sense whether the variable is a normal variable or it is a complement variable. If I say x, it is a primed variable. X represents a primed variable. X complement represents, so this is unprimed variable and this is primed variable. Right. So, literal, in the literal you will be having, so here this is this I am calling it as a unprimed variable. So, this will be called as a unprimed variable, unprimed. right? X bar represents the primed variable. So literal represents primed or unprimed variable. So this is X represents the literal. So if you add 0 to the X or to the literal, it gives X only. Like your 1 plus 0 is equals to 1. Right. So similarly, X plus 0 is equals to X. The second one is, these are the laws or theorems we can say, or properties. These are will be called as a properties. So the second property is X plus X bar is equals to 1. So X plus X bar is equals to 1. So X plus 0 is equals to X. This is one property. X plus X bar is equals to 1. Means if X is equals to 0, what will be your X bar? It is equals to 1. If X is equals to 1, what is your X bar? It is 0. So 1 plus 0 is equals to 1, or 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. So this is the second property. Coming to the third one, X plus X is equals to X. X plus X is equals to X. So here also if I take the example like 0 plus 0 is equals to 0. 1 plus 1 is equals to 1. Similarly, X plus X is equals to X. And the fourth property is X plus 1 is equals to 1. X plus 1 is equals to 1. Means if X is equals to 0, then 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. Or X is equals to 1, then 1 plus 1 is equals to 1. Like that, X plus 1 is equals to 1. Next property is X complement whole complement is equals to X. Means if X is equals to 0, right? 0 complement. So what is 0 complement? It gives 1. Again, if you take the complement of that 1, I'll get 0. So what initially I took, X is equals to 0, right? So if X bar, then it is 1. Again 1 bar, it gives 0. So X complement whole complement is equals to its original value, that is X, right? So all this will be called as properties, Boolean properties. X plus 0 is equals to X, X plus X bar is equals to 1, X plus X is equals to X, X plus 1 is equals to 1, X bar whole bar is equals to X, right? And this one, X plus Y is equals to Y plus X. So in the last slide we had seen, we will be having 3 postulates in the Boolean algebra. So this will be called as a commutative law. X plus Y is equals to Y plus X represents the commutative law. Next, X plus of Y plus Z is equals to X plus Y of plus Z, and this represents associative law. This represents associative law, right? Next, X of Y plus Z is equals to XY plus XZ, and this represents distributive law. This represents distributive law. So these are the 3 postulates we are having in the Boolean algebra. One is commutative law, that it is defined as X plus Y is equals to Y plus X. Next is the associative law, that it defines X plus of Y plus Z is equals to X plus Y of plus Z. Next, distributive law, it represents X of Y plus Z is equals to XY plus XZ. So these are the 3 postulates we will be having in the Boolean algebra. Next, X plus Y whole complement is equals to X bar dot Y bar, and the other one is X plus XY is equals to X. So this one, X plus Y whole bar is equals to X bar dot Y bar represents the De Morgan's theorem. It represents De Morgan's theorem. So I told you, you will be having properties, postulates and theorems in Boolean algebra. So the first 5 represents the properties, the next 3 represents the postulates, and or we can say laws, right? And the next one represents the De Morgan's theorem. So the De Morgan's theorem represents X plus Y of whole bar is equals to X bar dot Y bar. And one more property we are having, that is X plus XY is equals to X. So how we are getting X plus XY is equals to x. So here is the proof we will be having. So x plus xy is equals to x. I need to prove this one. How I got x if I solve this one? So if I take x common in both the terms, I am having x common. So if I take common, so I will get 1 plus y. If x I will take common, then I will get 1 plus y. So according to the property, x plus 1 or 1 plus x is equals to 1, right? So we here also 1 plus y or y plus 1, that gives the value of 1. So x of 1. So that gives x. So in this way we need to solve the, or we need to simplify the given equations. So these are the properties or laws and theorems. Next is the duality of this one. The duality of this one. So here in Boolean algebra you will be having one more, that is duality principle. So what is meant by duality? Duality in the sense 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0. AND operation will become OR operation will become AND operation. Just observe here the same, I just kept by side. So here x plus 0 is equals to x. The duality of this one is x dot 1 is equals to x, means x into 1. So if I multiply any of the variable with 1, I will get the same value itself, right? So x into 1 is equals to x. Next, x plus x bar is equals to 1. So the duality of that one, x dot x bar is equals to 0. So AND is replacing here with dot. AND is replacing with dot. So what is plus represents? Plus represents OR operation, dot represents AND operation. You need to remember this. Plus represents OR operation, dot represents AND operation. So I am replacing in the duality OR with AND with OR. Similarly, the duality of x plus x is equals to x. So the duality of that one is x dot x is equals to x. Next, x plus 1 is equals to 1. The duality of this one is x dot y 0 is equals to 0. Right. So similarly, for the laws also he will be having the duality. So here in the commutative law, I am writing as x plus y is equals to y plus x. So similarly here x dot y is equals to y dot x. Next, associative law, what I am having, x plus of y plus z is equals to x plus y of plus z. So the duality of that one, x into yz, is equals to xy into z. The next is the distributive law. So what is the distributive law? I am having x of y plus z is equals to xy plus xz. So the duality of that one, x plus yz is equals to x plus y into x plus z. Right. Next, De Morgan's theorem. For De Morgan's theorem also we will be having a duality. So here x plus y whole bar is equals to x bar dot y bar. So what here? The duality of that one is xy of whole bar is equals to x bar plus y bar. Right. So these are all the basic theorems, properties, postulates of Boolean algebra. Hope you all understood this. Next, operating precedence or operator precedence. So in order to evaluate if any Boolean expression is given, I need to simplify that. A large expression is given, I need to simplify that with a simplified one. So in order to simplify, I need to follow some rules. So what are the rules or what is the operator precedence that I need to follow in order to simplify any of the Boolean equation? That is, first I need to check for the parenthesis. Next is the NOT operation, AND operation and OR operation. Right. These are the 4 steps. These are the 4 steps we need to follow while evaluating a Boolean expression. That is parenthesis, NOT, means we need to give first preference to parenthesis. Next, NOT operation. Next, AND operation. Next, OR operation. So these are the 4 operations that I need to priority I need to give. Right. Next is the Boolean function. I said in order to simplify a Boolean expression, that is fine. Now what is a Boolean function? Right. So, what is a Boolean function in the sense? It is an algebraic expression. Boolean function, what is a Boolean algebra? It is set of elements and binary operators. In the similar way, the Boolean function is an algebraic expression that consists of Boolean function is an algebraic expression that consists of binary variables, binary operators like or and unary operator. Not will be called as unary operator and parenthesis. The operator precedence is first parenthesis, next not, next and, like that, right. So here this is the Boolean function is an algebraic expression that consists of binary variables, binary operators, unary operator and parenthesis. Next is the truth table. So in order to define any of the Boolean function, first of all I need to represent a truth table, right. So Boolean function can be represented in a truth table. So in the truth table, we will be having 2n rows where n is the number of variables in the function, 2 power n rows. A truth table comprises of 2 power n rows. It is 2 power n rows where n is the number of variables in the function. Next, the binary combinations for the truth table are obtained by the binary numbers by counting from 0 through 2 power n minus 1. So, what is all this mention in the sense? If n is equals to 3, means in the function it comprises of 3 variables. 3 variables, if I say A, B, C, these are the 3 variables. So, the count of the variables is given as n is equals to 3, right. So, what does this sentence mean? The truth table has 2 power n rows. Means if n is equals to 3, then how many rows I will be having? 8 rows. It will be having, the truth table comprises of 8 rows. Next, the binary combinations. So, how many combinations I will be having? 0 to 2 power n minus 1, means 0 to 7. I will be having 0 to 7. Right. So, 2 power n minus 1, that is 2 power 3 minus 1. So, 8 minus 1, 7. So, the number of combinations that ranges from 0 to 7 for n is equals to 3. Similarly, for n is equals to 4. So, how many combinations, how many rows that I will be having? I will be having 16 rows. If n is equals to row, if n is equals to 4, the truth table comprises of 16 rows, then how many combinations? Ranges from 0 to 15. This you need to remember, right. Next, complement of a function. So, if a function is there, obviously there is a complement. So, what is meant by complement? Complement, converting zeros to ones and ones to zeros, and we had seen in the last videos different types of complement representations like ones complement and twos complement. Of course, that is quite different with respect to the Boolean function here. In this one, if a variable is taken, if A is the variable, the complement of that variable is A bar. Right, in that way we will represent here. So, the complement of the function may be derived from De Morgan's theorem. So, in the last slide we had seen what are the two De Morgan's theorem. So, here we will be having two De Morgan's theorem. So, theorem 1, the theorem 1 of De Morgan represents x plus y whole bar is equals to x bar dot y bar. This is one theorem. Next, theorem 2. With respect to De Morgan's theorem, the theorem 2 represents x dot y whole bar is equals to x bar plus y bar. These two are the De Morgan's theorem. Right. So, the complement of a function can be derived from this De Morgan's theorem. Theorem 1, theorem 2. Next, we will be having min terms and max terms. So, min term, max term. So what is meant by min term? So min term in the sense it represents standard product. It represents standard product. And this min term, it consists of literals that are combined with AND operation. If I say, we'll take one example. These I will take two variables like A and B are the two variables. A and B are the two variables. So with these two variables, I can frame four combinations. Right? Means if I assign for A as a 0 and 1, and if I say B is equals to the set of values comprises of 0s and 1. So A is having two values, B is having two values, then I will get four combinations. So all the four combinations will differ with respect to normal form and the complement form. So in the min term, what is meant by min term? It is a standard product term. Min term represents the standard product term, and it is an AND term. AND in the sense product, right? So and product means AND. Sum is OR. You need to remember this. Sum in the sense OR operation. So product in the sense AND operation. Sum means OR operation, product means AND operation. So a min term, an AND term consists of all literals in their normal form and in the complement form, and also in their complement form. Next, if n variables are there, in the digital electronics always n variables in the sense you will be having 2 power n combinations. Like that, if n variables are there, I will be having 2 power n min terms. Similarly, a max term. So what is meant by max term? Max term represents a standard sum. It represents a standard sum. So again, in the standard sum also you will be having an OR term. So in the min term I will be having AND term. So in the max term I will be having OR term. In here also, for n variables, we will be having 2 power n combinations. Let us see one example how min terms and max terms will be represented. So if I take 3 variables, so I am taking for 3 variables. So A, B, C are the variables. So I need to define min terms and max terms. I need to define min terms and max terms. So and here one more thing that you need to remember, min term will represent with small m. Min term will represent with small m, and max term will represent with capital M. Max term will represent with capital M. So these are the 3 variables I am taking. So with the 3 variables I will be having how many combinations? 8 combinations, ranges from 0 to 7. First of all, I will write the binary for with respect to these 3 variables 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So these are the 3 variables. With these 3 variables, I will be having total 8 combinations. Now I need to represent each and every combination with respect to min term and max term. So I told you the min term will be represented with small m, max term will be represented with capital M. So with respect to, this is 0, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. So I will write this one as M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. Right. Here M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. Right. So always the variables, if 0 is there, that represents here. 0 represents with complement representation like A bar. Right, if 1, it represents a normal variable. Similarly, for the other variables also, 0 represents B bar, 1 represents B. 0 represents C bar, 1 represents C. With respect to the variables I am defining here. Now, what is min term? Min term represents AND term. AND in the sense AND of A, B, C. Max term in the sense OR of A, B, C. So, what is min term? M naught represents the product of A bar, B bar, C bar. As it is 0, 0 will be defined as A bar, B bar, C bar, like that. So, the min term for 0 can be written as A bar, B bar, C bar. So, what is the max term? It is OR operation of the variables. OR operation of the variables. And one more thing here, in max terms, it is a dual of min term. That is, this is for min term. This is for min term. So, for max term, 0 represents with this normal, 1 represents with complement. 0 represents with normal value and 1 represents with complement value. So, this is with respect to max term. So, this is with respect to max term. So, what is 0, 0, 0 with respect to max term? So, A plus B plus C. So, in this way we define the min terms and max term. So, 0, 0, 1. So, A bar, B bar, C. So, what is here? A plus B plus C bar. Right. Next, 0, 1, 0. A bar, B, C bar. Here, what is M2? A plus B bar plus C. Next, what is M3 here in min term? A bar, B, C. In max term, A plus B bar plus C bar. Next, M4 in min term. So, A, B bar, C bar. M4 in max term, A bar plus B plus C. Next, M5 in min term, A, B bar, C. M5 in max term, A bar plus B plus C bar. Next, M6 in min term, A, B, C bar. So, the same in max term can be represented as A bar plus B bar plus C. Next, 7 in min term can be represented as A, B, C. So, 7 in max term can be represented as A bar plus B bar plus C bar. So, in this way we will represent the min terms and max terms. Min term represents AND term. Max term represents OR term. So, this is AND this is OR. And this will be called as a truth table comprising of variables, min terms and max terms. Next, canonical form. So, what is meant by canonical form? So, any Boolean function expressed as a sum of min terms or sum of product of max terms. A Boolean function. The Boolean function can be expressed as sum of min terms or product of max terms. Right. So, that will be called as a canonical form. Here we will be having two types of canonical forms. One is sum of min terms. The other one is product of max terms. Sum of min terms, sum of product, sum of min terms and product of max terms. Let us see one by one. So, min term expansion. So, I told you canonical form, it represents in two types. One is sum of min terms and the other one is product of max terms. So, this is one example I am taking. So, express the Boolean function f is equals to a plus b bar c as a sum of min terms. This is one type of canonical form. So, what is the function given? F is equals to a plus b bar c. So, how many variables I am having here? three variables. What are the three variables? A, B and C. Right. So with these three variables, how many combinations I will get? 8 combinations, right? So here what you should do in order to expand this in terms of sum of minterms, I need to check each and every term in the given function, which variable is missing in the term. So if I take the first one, in the first term, only A is present, B and C are missed. In the second term, A is missed. So first take the first one. What is the first term? A. So I need to insert B and C. So how to insert this? This is the procedure. So I will multiply A with B plus B bar. This is a missed term, right? So again you need to recall the properties that we discussed. So B plus B bar. So what is the value of B plus B bar? So correlate with X plus X bar. So what is the value of X plus X bar? X plus X bar is equals to 1. So if I multiply 1 with the variable, I will get the original value only. A into 1 is equals to 1. So instead of 1, I am writing as B plus B bar. Now expand this. AB plus AB bar. AB plus AB bar. Now again in this, again if you consider this, in this AB, C is missed. In this AB bar, C is missed. Right. So I need to insert C with respect to each and every term. So what I will do again, AB into C plus C bar plus AB bar into C plus C bar. What it mean? I am multiplying AB with 1. Instead of 1, I am writing as C plus C bar. Here also in the second term, I am taking AB bar. So for the second term AB bar, as C is missed, I am multiplying with 1. So that 1 I am replacing with C plus C bar. Now again expand this one. So what is the equation I am getting? ABC plus AB C bar plus AB bar C plus AB bar C bar. Is any term repeated? No, no term is repeated. So this is the expansion for the first term in the given function. Now we will take the second second term in the function. So what is the second term? B bar C. So in this B bar, which variable is missed? A is missing. So I need to insert A. So what I should do? I will multiply with A plus A bar. Now what is the, if you expand this, I will get A B bar C plus A bar B bar C. So this is the expansion with respect to first, and this is the expansion with respect to second term. Right. Now I will add both the terms. Then I will get F is equals to, the first one is ABC plus ABC bar plus AB bar C plus AB bar C bar plus AB bar C plus A bar B bar C. Right. So now here if you observe A B bar C, A B bar C, it is like your X plus X is equals to X. So I'll rewrite this one as ABC plus ABC bar plus AB bar C plus AB bar C bar plus A bar B bar C bar. So in this way I am expanding the sum of minterms. So if I rewrite this one in terms of minterms, what is ABC represents? It represents the 7th minterm, M7, plus again ABC bar means 1 1 0, 1 1 0 in the sense M6, plus again 1 0 1, it represents M5, plus AB bar C bar means 0 1 0 0, so M4, plus 0 0 1, 0 0 1 represents 1. So in this way we are going to express the Boolean function as a sum of minterms. So this is the final expression in terms of sum of minterms. Next we'll go with the max term expansion. So here also we'll take one example how to express the Boolean function as a product of max terms. So, the given function is f is equals to xy plus x bar z. So, how many variables are present here? X, y and z. So, again same process I need to perform, that I need to check each and every term in the given function, and you need to observe which variable is missing, and that variable I need to insert. So, coming to the first term, that is x, y. So, here what it is missing? The missing term is z, right? So, how to insert? So, x, y plus z, z bar. I am taking as in terms of, means what is z, z bar? If you go for the properties, it is x, x bar is equals to 0. So, here I am expanding like this, x, y plus z, z bar. So, I will take like this, x, y plus z into x, y plus z bar. So, again I can rewrite this one as x plus y, sorry, x plus y plus z into x plus y plus z bar. So, similarly for x bar z, what I need to insert? I need to insert y. So, the literal that I will get is x bar plus y plus z and x bar plus y bar plus z. So, this is with respect to the first term and this is with respect to the second term. So, that if I rewrite this one, the complete function as x plus y plus z into x plus y plus z bar into x bar plus y plus z into x bar plus y bar plus z. So, in the case of max terms, the complement is represented with 1 and 0 will be represented with normal. So, this is 0, 0, 0. So, 0, 0, 1. So, 1, 0, 0. Again 1, 1, 0. So, what is 0, 0 represents? It represents M0 into 0, 0, 1 represents M1 into 1, 0, 0 represents 4. So, M4 into 1, 1, 0 represents 6. So, M6. So, this is the expansion for the given function, that is in terms of product of max terms M0 into M1 into M4 into M6. So, this is all about min terms and max terms. So, till now we covered what is Boolean algebra, what is Boolean function, and the next one is the logic gate. So, what is meant by a logic gate? So, the logic gate, it is a basic building block of a digital circuit. So, logic gate, it is a basic building block of a digital circuit and it performs logical operations on one or more binary inputs to produce a single binary output. So, the logic gate, it is a digital circuit that it performs operations on one or more binary inputs to produce a single binary output. Now, we will be having different types of logic gates. So, the three types of logic gates are, one is basic gate, next universal gate, next special gates. So, these are the three types of logic gates, basic gates, universal gates and special gates. So, basic gates in the sense it will perform the normal operation like AND operation and OR operation. Universal gates, why we will call this universal gates, that we will see later. Special gates, that perform the special operations. So, we will go with the basic gates. What are the basic gates? So, the basic gates are AND gate, the basic gates are AND gate, OR gate and inverter. Inverter, the another name for this one is NOT. So, these three will be called as basic gates, AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate. So, for any of the gate you will be having two binary inputs and one output, where here will be called as two variables with respect to output. So, AND operation, already we know AND operation will perform product. So, F is equals to X into Y. OR gate, that performs sum operation, that is X plus Y. So, F is equals to X plus Y. NOT or inverter, it performs the inversion operation, that is if I give 1, I will get 0. If I give 0, I will get 1. So, coming to the first AND gate, this is the basic symbol or AND symbol, logical symbol for AND gate is this one. Logical symbol for OR gate is this one. Logical symbol for inverter is this one. Now, we'll go for the truth table. This is the function. So, this is the name of the logic gate. This is the symbol of the logic gate. This is the function. So, for AND gate, it can be given as F is equals to X into Y. For OR gate, it can be given as F is equals to X plus Y. For NOT gate, it is F is equals to X bar. Right. Now, coming to the truth table. I told you the truth table, it is the combination of input and output. So, X and Y are the input and F is the output. So, with two variable input, I will be having 4 combinations, right. So, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. These are the 4 combinations, right. So, here the function can be defined with respect to the AND gate as 0 into 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0, 1 into 0, 0. 1 into 1, 1. Similarly, for the OR gate, it is defined X plus Y, right. So, 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1. So, 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 1, 1 only. Don't go for the basic rules like 1 plus 1 is equals to 0 and carry is 1. That is not the case here. It is the logic gate. That's why 1 plus 1 is equals to 1. Next, inverter gate or NOT gate. So, if input is 0, the output is 1. If input is 1, the output is 0. This is with respect to the basic gates. Next is the universal gates. So, the two universal gates are, one is NAND gate, the other one is NOR gate. Why we call these NAND gate and NOR gates as universal gates? In the sense, we can define any of the gate with the help of NAND gate and NOR gate. So, this is the symbol with respect to the NOR gate and this is the symbol with respect to the NOR gate. So, the function of a NAND gate can be written as F is equals to XY whole bar. The function of NOR gate is X plus Y whole bar. Means the truth tables with respect to the NAND gate and NOR gate are reversed to the AND gate and OR gate. Next is the special gates. So, the two special gates in the logic gates are, one is XOR, the other one is XNOR. We will call it as exclusive OR gate, exclusive NOR gate. Now, this is the symbol with respect to the XOR gate and this is the symbol with respect to the XNOR gate. So, what is the equation for XOR gate? It is F is equals to X exclusive OR of Y. So, can be defined as XY bar plus X bar Y. Similarly, for the exclusive NOR, it can be written as X XOR of Y complement, or else I can represent like this. I can also represent like this, X exclusive NOR of Y, and the function can be written as XY plus X bar Y bar. So, coming to the truth table with this one. So, 0, 0, 0, if any in the exclusive OR gate, if any one of the input is logic high, the output is high. Means any one of the input is logic high, the output is logic high. In the exclusive NOR operation, the inverse of that exclusive OR. That's why if both the inputs are equal, then it produces the logic output of high value, right. So, this is about special gates. So, this is all about this video with respect to Boolean algebra and logic gates. Thank you.